I'm with Nick Durkin of Soil Scout, and remarkably we're on the Soil Scout stand. How's it been for you the last day and a half? Have things gone well?
Absolutely, yeah. It's been really good. Always a good show here. It's been really good to catch up with people that we've done business with in the past. Not really done so much new business so far this show, but it has been really good to catch up with everyone and continue the growth.
I think it's remarkable that Soil Scout has become an established name within the industry over such a short period of time, and it says an awful lot for the work of you guys in the company to have got to that point.
It's it's obviously it's not been easy. But it's a close-knit industry, and I think when you come to events like this, it really does build your growth quite rapidly. This obviously isn't the only show that we do. We obviously go around the rest of the UK in shows as well, either in a turf or from an ag point of view. Word gets around very easily. It's a close-knit industry, as I just said. But the growth is something that we've focused on massively over the past year.
I think you're well placed because your product, the sensors, are something that are opening the eyes of the people who may be more used to the old-fashioned methods of doing things, and all of a sudden this whole new thing brought about by the sensors you've got opened their eyes a little bit.
Absolutely, it goes back to one of our saying is you can't manage what you don't measure.
Yeah.
It won't be the first time that you've heard that, but it's something that we go back to all the time. When we bring out new products such as the dual depth sensor now that we've got, it opens the eyes even more. So we can start looking at infiltration rates, extensive use of fertiliser and how long they're lasting. You've got your surfactants as well, things like that. We can really hone in and fine tune turf management.
So how does this new sensor, what has it added to from its previous version, this 2.0, whatever it would be?
Okay, yeah. So essentially, what we would have had in the past is just this sensor on its own. If we wanted to look at two different depths, this sensor would have had to be X amount away from this sensor, just to avoid any communication loss with the signal. Now we can have the dual depth sensor sat like that, like that. However, it just basically increases the flexibility and increased consistency within the profile across the whole, whether it be a football stadium pitch, golf green, and any other scenario.
Are you finding that the end users, the groundsmen, the course managers, the golf course managers, are much more receptive now to what you're telling them?
Yeah, I think so. I think also it's interesting for us. It's been a case of a lot of the people who you think that might not actually use it that much have used it more, more old school, if you might say, are actually getting on board with it, and it's something that we didn't expect to see maybe happen so quickly. But it's something that we've focused on in the last year, and that's what's helped us with the growth.
And it's a Finnish company, as we know, and with the UK arm here, but you're extending across the planet as well now, I understand.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so we've just hired our first person in the US. Hopefully that will grow again within the next couple of months, but we'll see about that. But the main point now is I'm supporting them. The plan is to essentially grow worldwide eventually, but focusing on one part at each time.
Is there anything else in the world that matches or compares with what you're doing here?
Yeah, we have competitors just like anybody else does. There are similar products that do similar things. We can go on to other probe type sensors, and they, if anything, they enhance each other. I'm not for 1 second suggesting that any of those would be, worse products than ours. I think actually they go hand in hand because you can have the real-time data and the data collected manually. We're just helping, we're not reinventing the wheel. We're not trying to tell people how to do their job. It's a case of we're giving them the tools to manage that turf in the best way that they can.
Smashing. Well, thanks for giving me a little bit of your time and talking us through the company and the latest products, and good luck for the rest of this year and for 2023.
Thank you very much. Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it.